Yes.
You know what? I want to see someone get their head shaved tonight.
We've seen a partial.
It's not going to be me. I am going to roll with the young man that hails out of Hampton, Georgia. Give me Ashton Winger for the win and Ashton Winger for the bald head after this.
Jerry Van Sickle, who do you have for the win here tonight?
I am going to go with Marshalltown, Iowa's the Reaper, Ryan Gustin.
Of course you would go with a Marshalltown guy, our Marshalltown name.
Yeah, you know what? There's only one guy out there in this field, to my knowledge, that has the arch on his fire suit. Nick Hoffman in car number 9 is going to win the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals.
Well, there you have it. Oh, we lost another beach ball. Once they fall, they are done. They are the possession of the Dome. We'll go ahead and flash the lineup up for those of you here at the Dome in America Center and those of you here on the grounds. Once again, it's going to be New Berlin, Illinois' Brandon Shepard in the B5, starting on the pole and on his outside. Out of St. Charles, Missouri, in the 11, it's Gordy Gunday.
Pretty good,
Mike
too.
Spatola, Ricky Thornton Jr., couple of pre-win winners in row 2.
Yeah, row number 3, got a couple guys looking to win this one for the very first time. The hometown hero, originally from St. Louis, Nick Hoffman in the 9, and Ashton Winger trying to keep his hair or trying to lose his hair if he makes it to victory lane.
I think he feels like a $30,000 haircut is just fine with him. Row 4, Ryan Gustin, debut in the Dome. He would love to be a first-time Dome winner and a first attempt. And Ryan Unziker, last time he was going for the lead here, he got upside down. He's going to start outside of row 4.
Kyle Hammer makes the race for the first time in the 45, and is this finally the year for Tanner English out of Benton, Kentucky? He's going to roll from the 10th starting spot.
Back in row 6, how about the only two-time champions are going to be in row 6, Tyler Carpenter and Bobby Pierce.
Then we'll move back to row number 7. Stevie Shepard makes it for the first time, as does Jack Riggs in the 81.
Yeah, you got Jake Frame, Josh Rice back there in row 8, and DJ some good cars deep in the pack.
Absolutely. Jonathan Davenport and Hudson O'Neill back there in row number 9, and then Rich Bell and Brandon Overton bringing up the rear of the field in row 10, and Ben Brandon Overton got the only provisional offered here this evening.
Yeah, Rich Bell got the win in your end, the All-Star Performance race. He got in on that, but Brandon Overton got the fastest time of the weekend, not in the show, and all the previous champions were in the show who had not previously used the provisional. So that's how we ended up with Brandon Shepard as your promoter's provisional here tonight.
If you're a past champion, you get one provisional to use, and that's it. So Scott Lundquist used one once, and then lucky for one the next year. And Cody said, sorry, man, Tyler Herb won this race in 2022. He used his past champion's provisional last year. So by the rules and defaults to the driver was the fastest that did not make his way in, and that was Big Sexy Brandon.
He's at home too wearing his.
Well, once again, they've gone out and they've worked on the racetrack. Today's been a battle, man, and I hope the riders will be rewarded with 2 excellent features here tonight. We've got an excellent field of cars, and man, one of our favorite words, it's an eclectic field. You got guys racing together tonight that haven't raced together all year, and it's really exciting to see them out here. Super Chef Steve Shepard, we're going to have to check. Father and son in the field. I guess Tyler and Freddie have made it. This would be Steve and Brandon making it. So pretty cool stuff, man. And so many families in the stands, so many in the pits. Freddie made it 1 year. Did
last year? I think, man, I got to go back and look. I think maybe that very first year you had Don and Hudson O'Neill in it as well. I know Don was the runner-up back in 2016. Right. I think Hud may have made it that year. I know Hud won a prelim back in 17. We have to check on that. But man, oh man. This is what you save your lunch money for right here, my friend.
No, it's a big deal, and Brandon Shepard wants to go back-to-back. Meanwhile, Gordy Gundaker, they will have to evict him out of the business the building a week from tonight if he wins this race. He'll still be here partying.
No.
Saturday.
He'll be down at Anheuser Brewery. They'll have to evict him from there if he wins tonight.
They'll have the high limit room down at Anheuser Brewery. And Mike Spatola inside of road 2, it's to be a career win for him. Ricky Thornton Jr., well, he's won a lot of big races. He's won this race in the Mons. He did it in 22. He's never won it in the late model. He wants to be the 6th different Velocity late model driver to go to FK Rod into victory lane here.
I really think Brandon Shepard is going to be hard to beat from the pole. Of course, and as we said, it's very cliche to say, right, to have the guy on the front row. But man, that B5, he was really good here the other night. He's the defending winner of this race. You put him at the front of the field. But it's 40 laps. It's 40 laps, and as we've seen in the previous runnings of this race, anything can happen.
Well, They're showing them 1 to go, DJ. Next time by in the Octane Race Product Start Zone. We're going to get this one away. 40 laps, $30,000 on the line, and it's championship time in the Dome.
And an extra $3,000 courtesy of Tim Love and Tire Demon, who won the 50-50. He's putting money back in the pot. Brandon Shepard on the pole. Gordy Gundaker on the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Gateway Dirt Nationals is underway.
Side by side off into turns 1 and 2. Gordy's going to let it drift into concrete. Brandon Shepard down low, clean and green down the back straightaway. Gordy to the lead. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Shepard to his inside. Drag race back to the line. Gordy Gundaker leads lap 1.
Gordy rolls the middle of the racetrack on the opening lap. I thought he might try to sneak down to the bottom of the speedway here on lap number 2. He does not. Instead, he's going to hold steady in the middle of the racetrack. He stays out front and leads lap number 2.
Looking off a couple of laps early. Gordy liking the middle of the racetrack. Chevy's liking the hub down there. Ricky Thornton Jr. liking the cushion like he always does. He closes in on your top 2. Spatola 4th. Ashton Winger back in 5th.
Don't look now, but Ricky Thornton Jr. is about to make it a three-way dance at the front of the field for the lead. And you got to wonder if he's just kind of, oh man, Ashton Winger. Yeah, you saw what I saw. Ashton Winger and Mike Spatola made a little bit of contact there. I thought that was going to be worse than what it was. Everybody's able to shake themselves free, and we stay green flag racing 4 in the books.
4 down, 36 to go, and now Brandon Shepard closes down Gordy Gundaker. His guys going every direction right now on this racetrack. They've done a good job with the track prep. 5 in the books, 40 your leader, but Chevy's there.
Yeah, Brandon Shepard right there knocking on the back door of the run in 2 very different lines as we doubled up for those of you at home. But you can see the 2 leaders are running different lines. Gordy Gundaker's rolling the middle, maybe about 2/3 of the way up the racetrack. Brandon Shepard a little more on the bottom of the speedway. And Ricky Thornton Jr. is watching all this unfold directly in front of him.
And right side of your screen, the battle for 6th on back. Spatola's got 6th, 7th right now under fire as Unziker shoots to the inside. Taylor English, Bobby Pierce back there as well. I tell you what, racetrack looking really good early in this one as we work lap 8 of this 40-lap affair.
Absolutely, man. And I tell you what, this is a really good battle at the front of the field. Brandon Shepard just not quite able to sneak around the 11 of Gordy Gundaker at this time. Gordy's left him plenty of room. He's left him plenty of opportunities to either drive under him or throw a slider on him. Shep right now biding his time behind him. Ashton Winger throws a slider on RTJ and moves to 3rd.
Thornton's up to, Winger's up to 3rd, and his hair's in danger as he moves into the 3rd spot. And we knew on this bull ring he was going to be tough tonight. He lets it eat on the top side of the racetrack. Shepard still working Gordy. DJ, 10 laps in the books. Actually, Coleman Farms caution before we can get there. It was just getting good as Super Shep goes around.
And Superman.
Yeah, but they can all have their own number. But they have a letter on it. Like the one that's in the front,
and we'll catch our breath with 9 laps complete, 31 to go. And I want to know how many people want to see Gordy Gundaker win it here tonight. It's going to be a popular near hometown win.
How many people want to see the B5 of Brandon Shepard get the win here this evening?
Who wants to see Ashton Winger with a totally different haircut than he arrived here with on Wednesday?
That's for his initial.
I tell you what, don't count Thornton out back and forth right now in 5th. Nick Hoffman. It's worth mentioning Spatola 6th, Tanner English in 7th, Unziker in 8th, 9th is Ryan Gustin, and Bobby Pierce sits in position number 10.
Yeah, early hard charger in this one. Josh Rice has worked his way up to the 12th position early in the going in this one. I think the first time that Josh Rice has started the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals. So we'll get the field straightened back out, and it will be a Delaware double file restart. Most folks at home know what that is. If you're new to dirt track racers popping in here at the Dome, several first-timers, that means the race leader is going to be by himself out front. The second place driver will get his choice of inside or outside lane, and whatever lane that driver chooses, the rest of the field staggers in line accordingly. So you can see Brandon Shepard Bennett's chosen the outside.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I think he shows he can get some momentum. He's been really good on the bottom the past few laps. He's going to step to the outside. Now, if you don't think Ashton Winger's about not to go full send off into turn 1, you don't pay attention to dirt late model racing, so we're going to keep an eye on that as Ashton Winger early in this one from 6th to 3rd. Gordy Gundaker your leader, and they lead the field back to the Octane Race Products restart zone. And they come to the fast shaft start finish line. 9 down, 31 to go, and we're back underway.
Green flag is back out, and the high side, the place to be for Brandon Shepard. He gets a real good restart and is able to keep the 12 of Winger behind him for the time being. And that may open up the door for Ricky Thornton Jr. in that battle for 3rd. Winger going to stay down to the inside. Out front, Gordy Gundaker hangs on, and you got a good one here at the Gateway Dirt Nationals.
Thornton thinking about a slider. Meanwhile, Hoffman goes back on the bottom, trying to do 2 for 1. He'll slip past Thornton. Meanwhile, slider for the leader, Brandon Shepard, who's going lap 11.
Hey, no, Bishop Larson is crazy.
Brandon Shepard out front, 11 laps in the books. As he said, I've had enough.
Ooh.
I'm going to go to the lead, and I'm going to try to drive away. A little bit of smoke
Hey,
coming
that's
out
so-
from underneath the B5 as he went into the corner bend.
You got to wonder possibly a tire rub. Hard to say early in this one as we went to lap number 13. And now Gordy Goodmaker working this high on the cushion as he's been with Ashton Winger in tow. Back in fourth,
There should
Ricky
be
Thornton Jr. with a
the
Coleman Farms
field
Racing
open.
caution as we've got Jaden Frame and one more.
That's
Is that
not very
Tanner
much.
English tied up over
It is.
That is Tanner English. That a Bobby Pierce slide job right there. Not clear of English turning in there.
Trenton Berry, let me ask you a question. Hold on one second. We're going to iBox Springs instant replay, and Bobby Pierce goes up there, and yeah, got to cross Tanner's nose there. Trenton, from the infield, wherever you're watching right now, what is it like watching these 20 guys go at it?
Yeah, it's insane, dude. I'm right down here in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and to just really be
Bobby
this
Pierce
close,
caused that wreck.
there's nowhere else that I go during a season where you can be this up close and personal to these cars as they're working their way through the corners. So pretty surreal and kind of a wild moment right there. Tanner English, he did tell Bobby that he was his biggest fan there as he went by the first time. I was close enough to see that.
Blake Anderson watching down there. These guys are using every inch of this racetrack. Seems like they are really pushing the limits of the cushion. Your sprint car brethren would be proud of them up there on that curve.
Absolutely. That's what I can think of when you watch Brandon Shepard get up on the high side. Boy, you got to wonder if that maybe is going to get Gordy back up in the seat here. He set a nice pace, but as you said, Ben, on that line, when B-Shep got by, he got tired of waiting and just decided to put the whips to her.
Chris Moore, your first time here. What are your thoughts right now?
Yeah, I'm very much in the same boat as Trenton. That watching from the infield here is absolutely incredible. You know, the only other place I really get to be in the infield like this is Tulsa, but cars this size on a track this small is just unreal watching from here. I just get to be a fan for these 40 laps. I'm loving every bit of it.
I don't know what happens in Tulsa, Chris. I don't know what you're talking about.
They live on a time. There's a certain time.
There's a certain time.
I don't like the modified.
All right, the Coleman Farms caution lights are being turned off, and we're going to go back to green flag racing. Next time by Brandon Shepard is your new race leader.
Driver.
And Gordy Gundaker in second. He'll choose the outside lane. Ashton Winger third. 12 laps are in the books. 12 laps are scored. 28 laps remain. And they'll go green in the Octane Race Products restart zone in turn 4.
Green flags back out. Chevy continues to work on the top side. Ashton Winger sizes up the 11. Gundaker leaves the bottom open. Here comes Ashton Winger. Here comes Thornton. A big run. He had to get on the binders, DJ.
If that top is ever open for Ricky Thornton Jr., man, I'm telling you, that 20 RT's got a rocket ship. He can get a real good run off turn number 2. And just as we say that, he's going to make a liar out of me because he drives right down to the bottom of the racetrack as Ashton Winger's worked his way by Gordy Gundaker.
I didn't think there was a line up there for Winger above Gundaker. I was wrong, and now Thornton's on the move. He's up to third. Last year he was second, DJ. He was so close. Could this be the year Thornton gets it? And Chevy bobbled just a little bit off of 2.
He sure did. He got a little high, and don't look now. RTJ going to throw a slider on Ashton Winger. So move Ricky Thornton Jr. up to the second spot. Is this the year that he gets a late model win? And man, that 20 RT is set on go.
These guys are putting on a show. Meanwhile, Gordy Gundaker is going to fall back to 5th as Spatola goes around him, and now Pierce is going to join that battle as well. Bobby Pierce started back in 12th on the move.
Read my mind, man.
Meanwhile, Ricky Thornton Jr. around Ashton Winger, but the Coleman Farms caution flies on the speedway, and that's going to slow the action momentarily. 16 laps complete, and we will see the Coleman Farms caution out on the racetrack. We got a spoiler on the backstretch.
Debris in the middle of the backstretch came flying off by 2 leaders.
How about these slide jobs, DJ?
Yeah, good racing so far, and damage on the right rear of Jack Riggs's number 81, and that is going to erase a 1.5 second lead that Brandon Shepard had on Ricky Thornton Jr.
I feel like I've seen this Brandon Shepard, Ricky Thornton Jr. showdown in the Dome scenario perhaps a year ago tonight.
Exactly 365 days ago.
And we saw Ricky Thornton Jr. down there in victory lane last year, second. It was disappointing second to ever see. I didn't know he's thought about it. We found a good slider line, but Brandon Shepard, he's no sucker when it comes to these bull rings down to the infield.
Hey guys, real quick, last year I got to watch from home, and the 20 RT kind of was biding his time for a while, and about 5th or 6th, all of a sudden he put the whip to it, drove his way to second and ran out of time. Looks like this year he learned a lesson. He's put the whip to it a little bit sooner. Just went fourth to second there on that short stint of green flag racing.
Great observation, Chris Moore, absolutely. And two things in play here as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Number one, you're exactly right. Number two, you got to wonder if he's going to try to shoot for the lead right now or if he's going to maybe see how things play out with that B5. Brandon Sheppard's really, really good. I don't think I want to get that car too far let that car get too far in front of me.
Absolutely. 6 down, 24 to go. We'll come back to the green flag. Sheppard back on the loud pedal. Thornton thinking about a slider. Can't get there on this restart. As Sheppy got a really good restart. Slides himself to the cushion. Meanwhile, Ashton Winger trying to find a way back around the 20 RT. Spatola in fourth. Pierce up to fifth. And Gundaker to his inside.
Yeah, Bobby Pierce from that 12th starting spot, methodically picking his way through the field, as is Josh Rice.
You know why
Josh Rice has worked his way up to 7th, man. He started in 16th. And Jack Riggs is slow on the inside of the racetrack with a flat lip third time.
I think he's going to be able to whip it to the infield. He will as we work lap 19 on 40 lap affair. And Sheppy is rocking and rolling right now. He's stretching it out. Last time a 1.1 second advantage over Ricky Thornton Jr. Meanwhile, behind them, you got Ashton Winger in third, and now Pierce joins the conversation. Spatola, big slider on Winger. Man, that's some fun stuff.
Be up to position number 3. Josh Rice just threw a slider on the other number 11. Gordy Gundaker is able to work his way by him as well. But right now, oh man, Opie and Ashton going at it down the back straightaway.
I thought Pierce was going to get both of them down there as Opie throws it up on Ashton Winger, closing back in on Pierce, and he's bringing Hoffman to the party. Top two have checked out, and they're separated by a straightaway. As Pierce kisses the concrete down to 1 and 2, he'll drop off of it though. Good battle for third on back.
Winger is going to just send it in 3 and 4, and we've got a caution as Tyler Carpenter is parked, pointing in the wrong direction down in turn number 1, and we have got all kinds of action here at the Dome at America Center.
DJ, I know we've only had one lead change, but these sliders from third on back, I feel like the fans, the announcers, everybody, they deserve this race they're getting right now. This is a whole lot of fun, and Brandon Sheppard leads the way, and a little bit of a crowd poll, 21 laps down, 19 to go. Who wants to see Brandon Sheppard win here tonight? How many Ricky Thornton Jr. fans are in the house?
All right, we've got a guy that has come from 12th to 5th. How many people think the 32 of Bobby Pierce can get it done this evening?
There's some believers. They believe in Santa Claus. They believe in Pierce down the infield.
I thought Pierce was going to the fence there right before that yellow. He had that right rear crawled up on the fence.
We're glad that he
Right in
didn't.
front, excuse me.
We're glad he didn't. And 2 spots behind him. How about the run Josh Rice has made in the 11R, guys? He started back in 16th. He's worked his way up to 7th. Man, oh man, the Crittenden, Kentucky second-generation driver looking good in his Dome debut. It's the first time he's made the show here at St. Louis.
It's almost like these mashers really like a curb that is very aggressive and up to the top of the wall. But I tell you what, right now, Brandon Sheppard, you got to think he's loving these Coleman Farms cautions, DJ, because it gives him clear track, and he has been really good on these restarts. We'll see if Spatola or Thornton or anybody else can do anything. Still 19 laps remaining, DJ. Lights are out.
The lights are out, and we're going to go green flag racing this time by, as Ben said, 19 laps to go, and Brandon Sheppard brings him back to the green here at the Dome at America Center.
Sheppard will head to the top. Meanwhile, Thornton looks to the inside, can't quite get there. Pierce turns down the hill. He and Winger right there going after Spatola. Man, they are going at it right now as Winger right up in front of Spatola. He turns back down the hill, and Rice might get them all.
Josh Rice is really good, man. I've seen that car work on the top. I've seen that car work on the bottom. We've got Ryan Gustin and Ryan Unzicker with Ryan on Ryan. Violence back through the field. And Bobby Pierce just threw a slider on Spatola. He's up to 4.
He's up to 4 now. He'll come after Ashton Winger. Thornton Jr. losing pace right now with your leader, Brandon Sheppard, who is just making it look easy out in front. Hoffman's going to join that battle for the 4th spot. He goes around Spatola, sets his sights on Pierce.
Brandon Sheppard is just picking him up and putting him away in this race. He's got a full 2-second lead, but the racing from about 3rd on back is absolutely bonkers, man. I mean, we've got guys throwing sliders on each other, guys bouncing off the wall, guys trying to run the bottom of the racetrack, and all the while, Brandon Shepard is pulling away with 14 laps to go.
Pierce looks inside a winger, can't get there. Taking a look at the My Race Pass app and positions gained. Josh Rice 9, Bobby Pierce 8. Rich Bell slows down the back straightaway, and that'll draw a Coleman Farms caution with 25 laps complete as Rich Bell had issues. And again, if you're Brandon Shepard, this is what you want. You just don't want to have to get to lap traffic.
Yeah.
But DJ, again, I wanted to point out, looking positions gained in the My Race Pass app, Josh Rice with 9, Bobby Pierce with 8. Hudson O'Neal has picked up 8. Meanwhile, Brandon Overton up 5 and a handful of guys with 3. You've had some movers and shakers in this one, and really only a few cars out so far with 15 laps remaining.
Yeah, it's not like we've had big accidents in this one or a bunch of carnage and mayhem. Just not in this one. Not in this one, yes. Knock on wood, please. PSG. So Brandon Shepard out front, 15 laps to go, $30,000 on the line, plus a $3,000 bonus from Tim Love and Tire Demon to make it a $33,000 payday, guys.
Right rear for Ryan Gustin, bringing his night to a close. Boy, he was bouncing through turns 1 and 2, and you guys called it. He and Ryan Hudzik here nearly had a big one in 1 and 2.
Right on Ryan Violence out there.
Yes, it was.
Man, Brandon Shepard, that car is very balanced. I think that's what sticks out the most. He's really able to get through the holes. He's able to drive away. And what's your question?
Well, I was going to say, not only is he balanced, you look out there, what is the cleanest, least damaged race car on the track?
Well, he's been out front since lap 10.
Bingo.
But
Exactly.
And lap traffic hasn't been an issue. Let's go 15 laps to the checkered flag. What do you say, DJ?
We'll see what happens. 25 in the books.
There you
15 to
go.
Brandon Shepard brings him back to the green here in the Castrol Gateway Dirt Actions. RTJ got way high off.
Yeah, Ashton Winger gets a really good start. He's going to go to second, and he gets a chrome horn down the back straightaway. He's probably going to get a slider off into 3 and 4. He does. Ricky Thornton Jr. back up to second as Ashton Winger to third. And how about Nick Hoffman to fourth on the restart?
And Nick Hoffman right now in fourth, and he may not be done yet. He's going to try to take third away from Ashton Winger as Nick Hoffman has the tie Torrey 9 on the bottom. Winger is now going to go to the bottom, but Brandon Shepard continues to be the driver to beat out at the front of the field. They're throwing haymakers on each other here from third on back.
And these sliders are fun. And Pierce just went around. He goes up to third around Winger. He sets his sights on Ricky Thornton Jr. Pierce knows it's go time with just 12 laps remaining. And Brandon Shepard with a 1.7 second advantage as Thornton and Pierce go at it for second. Behind them, the fourth runner is, and Ashton Winger out of the party.
Oh, what
Trouble for the
happened?
12, and he's done here tonight. Back in fourth is Nick Hoffman. 89 Spatola, and a slider for second.
Oh,
Back at Mays with Castrol as those two go at it between Pierce and Thornton. Pierce goes around Thornton. Bobby Pierce, can he get there? 10 laps remaining. The lead, 2.3 seconds. We're going to keep an eye on it.
And if this stays green, Brandon Shepard will catch the tail end of the field. Man, Bobby Pierce is coming. I mean, that 32 is absolutely rolling. The lead was 2.3. He's down to 1.5.
Hang on, Pierce.
Wow!
A little bit back there. He took 8 tenths off at a lap.
He may have just lost 8 tenths. He may have lost 4 tires.
I thought he had left the ballpark. He had not. And Bobby Pierce trying to get there. He gave up 4 tenths that lap. 8 laps to go. And Pierce is going to put the whip to it and see if he can get to Brandon Shepard. You're right, DJ. Shepard's catching the back of the pack.
Yeah, and look at who's about to go a lap down. The first cars to go a lap down are going to be guys like Brandon Overton and Jonathan Davenport. In what world do we say that, you know?
I like this one better than modified.
And the first few cars are in Brandon Shepard's line. That time by, he takes 5 tenths a second off lane. Oh, he catches the hole again. Don't count him
You
out.
don't want the
Pierce
Shepard
trying
to
rally
win?
up through there. DJ,
I want Shepard to
5
win.
to go.
I don't want
Back at
32
third.
to get you.
Oh, okay.
Lap traffic, DJ. Now reality.
The top 2 have pulled away from the rest of the field, and if this one stays green, they're going to settle it amongst themselves. Brandon Shepard, your leader.
Yeah, I go
Bobby
for
Pierce
Shepard.
closing in fast at
Man,
one
me
time.
too.
Depends on how he gets through
2.5
traffic.
second lead
It's
for
probably
Brandon Shepard.
number 5 and blue.
Lead is down to
Wow.
1.2.
Last year, Shepard held on in lap traffic. It was over
Oh!
4. Tonight, he's going to try to hold on over Pierce. 1.2 last time by. 3 laps to go. The separation between them, it is 1.1. Pierce has got to make up more ground.
Yeah, and the trouble now for Brandon Shepard is he's got Jonathan Davenport directly in front of him running the same exact line. That's going to let Bobby Pierce close in. Ben, 2 to
Oh,
go.
are we setting up a slider? Are we setting up a white flag slider?
dang.
This one could go down.
Oh,
Pierce
push back.
making it right here. Oh!
Oh!
Moves off the top. White flag in there. DJ.
Push back.
White flag in the
Here
air.
comes Brandon Shepard, final time around. Bobby
Final
Pierce
lap.
around
Come
the
on.
last lap slider and gateway.
I think he got
As
it.
they go into turns 3
I don't
and
think
4,
he did.
Pierce goes down to the bottom, but it's not going to be enough. Pierce is broke. Pierce is
Ah!
wins. Pierce is in Shelby seconds. Oh, my Oh, man.
Ricky Thornton Jr. third, Spatolikov also line fourth, Hoffman fifth. We had such a big lead for second. Pierce broke coming to the checkered flag, DJ.
Yeah, Pierce broke coming to the checkered flag and hangs on. Rudolph's nose was lighting up. Unbelievable. Unofficially, the third spot goes to Ricky Thornton Jr. Second will go to Bobby Pierce, and he's going to make it official, ladies and gentlemen. He will be a back-to-back winner of the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals. How about it for Brandon Shepard?
Wow, the Valvoline, Paulson,
It's hard to
Rock,
pass
Sassy
the ones
Construction,
up
Shepard,
front, the very
Auto
first,
Cells,
like,
and
the first
Shep
one.
might be a little upset with Tyler Carpenter down there. Well, Blake, break him up. As they're a little beating and banging, or maybe Super Shep just wants to get to victory lane to see his son.
It could be.
Oh my goodness, what a race here tonight. Those two, a little bit of hurt feelings,
Those
but
two were mad at each other.
Oh my
it just
gosh.
wouldn't be the dome.
Uh-oh.
He tried to run, push him, and he couldn't.
You all right? Well, okay.
Cooler heads will maybe prevail.
I think hopefully they have for now. As we wait on him to make his way into FK Rod-In's victory lane, one question. St. Louis, did you have a good time tonight? We deserve that feature, short of a photo finish. Oh, that one might not be over yet.
Oh,
DJ.
no, I don't think it is.
And Santa Claus is watching too. That's the bad part.
So is the Grinch. So
the
is
Grinch is cleaned
Krampus.
house.
So is the
Yeah, there's
abominable
no battling.
snowman.
My golly.
In the 5S period.
You know, the four most famous words in racing aren't drive or start your
Get
engine.
out.
Their crews will be ready.
Wasn't half price cooked food.
Their crews will be ready.
I've seen a few,
gonna have a
memes
fight for
about
sure.
that the last 24 hours.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
Blake
big deal.
Anderson, as you wait down in FK Rod-In's victory lane, we can see Sheppy smiling. How about what you just saw, buddy?
That's
Take it away.
I think one word it sums up that finish. Wow. Big smile on Brandon Shepard's face as he watches the
I like the
poster-race
dark.
antics up on the big screen at first right in front of him, and now he rolls into a place that he knows well. FK Rod-In's victory.
Clean up your car.
Castrol.
Good car.
Gateway Dirt Nationals presented by O'Reilly Auto
Close
Parts.
to Kyle Larson car.
Yeah, I know. But it's similar.
The trophy they all clamor for. Placed on the hood. Kyle McGowan gets him his hat here in just a moment. What a season for B-Shep, guys. He comes back here, ripping the fence, a little drama
Oh,
late
him.
in some lap traffic. Bobby Pierce closing in and getting ready to climb out of the car. A $30,000 payday
Fine is 40.
from the man
40,
from
40.
New Berlin, Illinois.
Been around a little while.
Climbing out of the car, make some noise for Brandon Shepard.
We don't fall off there.
What a race. What a finish. Bobby Pierce closing in late. Did you realize that 32 was roping you in as the laps closed in to lap 40?
I figured, man. You know, he's when the track gets like that, there's only a couple of us that can let her eat up there, and 32 is one of them. So I was definitely, you know, the whole race there, I had 20 RT behind me and 32 at the end there. So I was just letting that big dog eat, son. Pro Power ran good. XR1 rocket chassis was phenomenal. Fox Shocks, Valvoline, all the great sponsors on this thing. I know I'm going to forget some people. American Racing Wheels, Danny Woodworth, attorney at law. Appreciate him and all his support. Pee Wee's Record Service, Paulson Stussy, American Racing Wheels, my dad, my grandpa, Shepard Auto Sales and Salvage. Hey, somebody needs to calm Super Shep down, by the way. Where's he at? I seen him out there. How about that? Awesome.
I look over and you're just grinning. And the daughter makes it fresh off the cartwheel and driver intros. That was pretty awesome. You get to the end. We get to the last two laps, lap traffic, and you see lap traffic running in your line. You know you're going to have company reeling you in late. Is that something where you're thinking like, bring me a yellow, or you're just comfortable in lap traffic?
Oh, I mean, my car was really good there. I could run top, middle, bottom wherever I needed to, but, I was very fortunate to have some great respect there, respectful driving from Overton and JD both. They seemed to lay over flag, and I'm sure they knew where I was running at for sure, so they moved out of the way, so that was pretty awesome. Definitely shows a lot of respect, and obviously I do the same for them anytime I race them guys. So like I said, I can't thank my people enough for supporting me. There's been a lot of big changes in my career in the last 3 years. Mark Richards, Steve Baker, everybody at Rocket Chassis, my beautiful family, my wife Michaela, my daughter Addison, my son Baylor, my son Jace, my awesome crew, Jeffrey, Lucas, JP, Corn Dog, Mitch, all the t-shirt girls, Goose's Pub and Eatery, Gary, just everybody involved with this team. Means the world to me to have my family here. This one's for the ones that we've all lost the past few years. We've had I'm emotional right now. This crowd is, you just can't, there's nothing like it. Eldora's got a lot of fans. And, that one probably still tops this one, but I tell you what, this up close and personal and in your face underneath this dome is something special. And if you guys are watching back home and you haven't been here and seen it in person, it's something to come see for sure. And especially for us old Illinois boys, we like to get our 5th mile smile on and get up on the wheel and put her against the wall and let her eat.
Back to back at the dome. Is that sunk in yet?
Man, I had to, honestly. It was, when you can put yourself in that position, to be in the top 6, to get to pick your song for driver intros, which is awesome. Shout out to Hardy on that one. Get the front row, and me and Gordy were super excited, and we had a hell of a race there at the beginning, and super respectful racing from him also, so thanks to him for that. And when I get put in that position, I really want to drive a smart race, and when you have guys that you can race with up there with you, then you can let the race come to you, so to speak. And I showed him the nose. I know he likes to run the bottom, so I kept showing him a nose, and he kept peeking down there a little bit. So I knew at some point I was gonna do the old switcheroo on him and move up to the cushion where I really wanted to be, but I didn't want to tear my car up too soon, and I didn't know how good the cushion was going to be. And honestly, this XR1 Rocket on Fox Shocks could just drive all over the racetrack. Pro Power Racing engines ran phenomenal as usual, and like I said, I can't thank my beautiful family enough for all their support, and my friends, and just everybody involved with this team. And like I said, there's been so much change in my career in the past 3 years, and I'm just super thankful to start off this new adventure on a great note. I think Mark Richards is probably smiling right now. Matter of fact, the last race that I won in this car, I'm pretty sure, was the Prairie Dirt Classic in 2022. So he still had the old girl sitting around, and it's all cracked and beat up and busted, and he let me bring it out here and put my motor in it and go have a little fun. So I'm sure he's sitting at home smiling, proud of me right now. And like I said, I'm just super thankful, and thankful for him for giving me a chance to come back and get to do what I love again and chase my dreams. And hopefully, I give my kids something to look up to and make my family proud.
St. Louis, let him hear you one more time, Brandon Shepard! And Super Shep makes his way into victory lane.
You controlled the volume.
Ben, DJ, what a race. We'll go find second and third in just a moment.
Yeah, I think